Hi guys, so we're going to do today's daily energy clearing. My name is Lindsay and I do healings for twin flames and light workers, so be sure to subscribe if you like more of these types of healing videos. Also make sure to give this video a thumbs up. So today's video, I was guided to do some clearing and healing on the energy of giving and receiving of love and abundance and all of that good stuff. So we'll be working on that. If you're open to this healing, be sure to type in the comments below you're open to receiving. Also make sure to check out this week's healing download. So I make a healing every week that's in my healing shop. This week's one is called Twin Flame Shadow Healing. So we work on all the different parts of the shadow work. So like self-sabotaging, self-punishment, anger, hate, rage, feeling worthless, I mean. So like clearing blocks to feeling worthless and not feeling good enough for your twin flame, or not feeling good enough for God, like things like that. We work on a lot of things. We go really deep in that session. It's 55 minutes long. Actually, exactly, it was 55 minutes and 33 seconds long, so I really like those numbers, the double numbers. So yeah, be sure to check it out, the links below. Okay, so let's call upon God, universe, angels, and the highest beings of infinite love and infinite light that can help us with this healing. And we're going to allow this healing to go to you, your twin flame, your loved ones, entire collective, and beyond. Whoever is open to receiving it, and the highest good and the highest good of all. Whew. Okay, so I'm just taking a moment to tune in. So in relation to giving and receiving, so giving love, giving abundance, receiving abundance. Basically, that's all connected, right? So if we're blocking ourselves, so let's say if we have like a block in our heart, or we put up walls in our heart, we got hurt so many times, we don't feel safe to be more open and vulnerable and loving, allowing love, expressing ourselves, expressing love. That's all connected, and that's all going to affect the giving and receiving flow. So I'm just going to see what we're going to focus on in this session, because we could do so much. Like, you could make a whole entire 1 hour session on just giving and receiving of love. I may have to do that in a future weekly healing. Okay, so seeing what's coming up that's ready to be shifted. This is painful. So there's trauma. It sounds like trauma energy. It doesn't have to do with you. It's interesting. It has to do with your twin flame. No. To do with your ancestors or the collective. Okay, so this is the trauma energies that you've been taking on from the collective, which is what happens, right? As twin flames, as light workers, we came into this world to help heal in one way or another. We came here to not just for ourselves, but also to help humanity to evolve and shift and whatnot. So yeah, let's tune into this part of you that took on this trauma for the world and see what's going on with this. So I'm feeling some cords, so let's clear the cords to the collective. So any parts of you that you're taking on too much responsibility, right? So that goes with the giving and receiving flow. So if you're giving too much of yourself and you're doing it out of fear, then that's how energy can latch onto you. Or parts of you feel really bad, and like, let's say you watch the news and you're seeing like all the suffering in the world, and you just feel so bad, and your heart is just so open to that, you can take on some of that stuff. So we want to still be able to help people, right? You can still send love to anything and anyone in the whole world. You can send love to the entire planet. You can do so much because you're so powerful. You can do all of that. But also, we don't want you to absorb things and take things on, and then you have to suffer too, right? You're absorbing too much stuff that can cause you to, like I said, it's going to cause blocks in your heart, which is what we're clearing. And it can also cause illness as well. Like if you're taking on too much stuff, you get sick, you can get burnt out. That actually happened to me when I first started doing healing, it was just too much, and I got really burnt out. And that's how I was very vulnerable, and ended up going through a really intense psychic attack because my energy was not really high. So it was able to really knock me down really badly. And it took over a year to recover, to actually feel like normal again. So yeah, I had to learn the very, very hard way what happens when you don't take care of yourself, and also if you're taking on too much and you don't have healthy boundaries, proper boundaries, all of that. Like, there's so many things we could talk about, but right now we're just gonna focus on clearing this block. Whew, there's a trauma. It's like a block. It looks like a block to me. That's just trauma that's not yours, that you've just been absorbing for a long, long time. And let's also clear any cords, and not cords, contracts, vows, or agreements where you made the agreement to take stuff on from other people that's not yours, that's not in the highest good, right? So instead of like allowing it to go to source, you're taking it on like it's your responsibility. So that's why we want to clear that, because that's not in the highest good for you. Okay. And then now I'm feeling this part of it feels really guilty and really bad to like clear cords with people and to like let them go, even though you're not letting them go. You're not just saying like goodbye and just like see ya. You're just unplugging them from you and plugging them, connecting them to source, so that they can work with source. They can receive from God, from source. You're not their source. So this I had to do a lot in client sessions, because I see these types of cords a lot in people, just all these energies plugged into them and just like sucking them. So we have to unplug them and plug into source. So you're not their source. Okay. And let's see, anything else you can do? Oh yeah, so we're going to balance the giving and receiving flow. So if you have like an imbalance, let's say if you're giving too much and you're not allowing yourself to receive back as much as you're giving, or you're receiving but you're not giving at all. It's funny, I've just seen different visions. So just sending love. I just see one part of you that's like your inner child has their arms crossed and super angry, and they're like, I'm not going to give to anyone or anything. So this part of you just feels really hurt, right? So as a child, you came into this world with this nice, loving, open heart, right? This beautiful, beautiful golden child, crystal child, rainbow child, and there's so much love and light. And then we come into this planet, and it's just like, there's like, people can be mean, people can be rude, people can be judgmental, people can criticize you, right? You have your heart open, you're just like giving freely, and then some jerk says some mean things to you, and it's like really hurts. I'm laughing because I'm seeing the energy going to your inner child, and it's kind of like tickling your inner child, and they're starting to smile, because at first you're like this, I'm so angry, and then there's like a smile starting to creep upon your inner child's face. So that's why I'm laughing. Not laughing at you, I'm laughing because the energy is so happy and vibrant to uplift you, so that you're not staying in this like, I'm angry and grumpy and I'm just gonna block everything out space. That's why we have to shift it and call it, bringing in all the light. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, that happens, right? Let's say like kindergarten, and you had friends, and you're just like this like gentle earth angel, and you're like, I have these snacks for you, and then they're like, take all your snacks. And like, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but then it still hurt your heart. And then first you're like, oh, it's okay, they ate all my food and there's nothing left for me, but it's okay. I shared and they enjoyed it. But then, that continues happening over and over, right? In different situations, you start to grow up, you start to get older, and that starts to take a toll on you, right? Because you were giving so much and you're not receiving back. And then you're like, well, then I'm not going to give it all. Screw all of you, you jerks. And then we just have like parts of our inner child become so angry, right? We're like, well, I'm just not going to give anything. I'm going to put up all these walls. I'm going to put like 1 million walls around my heart. I'm just going to let no one come near me ever again, because nobody appreciates me, right? You see, it can just start building up. And it could have built up even from before, from other lifetimes. So that's why we're healing this grumpy child part of you that was just so hurt, and just upgrading him or her, sending them so much love, so much light. It's okay. Just like sending them so much love, giving them a pat on the back, giving them a hug, whatever it is that your child needs, you can send to your child right now. So just imagine like hugging your child, or giving them a high five, or handing them an ice cream cone, whatever it is that your inner child is asking from you. Maybe they just want a hug, and they just want someone to tell them it's okay, you're so loving and kind, and I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you do, and you're just this amazing, amazing, vibrant child, and I love you so, so much. So maybe that's what they need. Whatever it is that you need, you know better, so you can give it to your inner child right now. Okay. And I'm seeing if there's anything else. I'm just checking, is your giving and receiving flow balanced now? I'm seeing there's getting no, so it's still something blocking you from giving. So interesting. So your receiving flow is open and balanced. Giving still blocks. So part of you is still really hurts. Just when your heart was open. I'm just seeing like different scenarios. Your heart was open, and you got hurt, right? Let's say like someone broke up with you. You really liked them. They broke up with you, or they cheated on you. Could be for many lifetimes. Just seen many different things. Doesn't matter. It's just gonna heal it. Sending love to these layers, so you can just be back in the giving, so you can give from your heart again, and allow and give. So, and I'm feeling a lot of like selfish energy. So this usually happens, right? Like what I was saying earlier. We give so much, and then we don't feel appreciated, and then we start to feel like we start to restrict ourselves and restrict our heart, and it turns into like kind of like a selfish energy, which is the way that we protect ourselves. And then like what I said, we build up walls. So yeah, just sending love to these parts of you, healing and clearing the selfish energy, selfish part. Saying it's okay. And trauma, so the trauma connected to opening the heart up and feeling vulnerable and feeling safe to be vulnerable. Just sending love to this parts of you and saying it's okay. Okay. So now it's a giving and receiving balance at this time. I'm getting yes, so that feels really good. So just take a moment to tune in and see how you are. Yeah, heart is opening up more. You might want to repeat this video a few more times if you feel like you need to clear more layers, because that, I mean, if your giving and receiving energy flow has been out of balance for some time, for like lifetimes, it might take some time to really like go deep in there and really, really get to the deep stuff. We went really deep, but of course, layers come up and can continue shifting things. And yeah, like I said, if it's been a pattern that's been ongoing, might not be able to heal it in one session. So yeah, just be gentle with yourself and just notice if you see any shifts in your life, right? If you notice that when someone's giving you a compliment, let's see if you're more open to it instead of like saying no, or if someone's trying to do something nice for you, do you just allow them to do it, or do you say no and push them away, right? Like that's also blocking the receiving flow. And also noticing how you are with giving as well, and just seeing if you notice like the boundaries have shifted. Maybe now you're not going to overgive as much or do things out of fear, maybe more out of love, and being able to say no, things like that. So just take notice in your life, see any things have been shifting. Also, if you want to go deeper, you can get this week's healing or any of the healings in the healing shop. A lot of them are related to like twin flame issues, light worker issues, right? So all of them have to do with clearing blocks and helping you align more to your heart, to yourself, to your authentic truth, and just really allowing you to shine brighter and really live the life that you came here to live, right? So yeah, check it out. The link is below. If you want to get a personalized session, you can do that as well. And again, we can work on things that are specific to you that you want to focus on. So yeah, all the information is below too. And like I said, this week's healing in the healing shop was about healing shadow work for you and your twin flame. So shadow work is very, very important for light workers and for anyone really, because if we ignore those parts of us, they start to get louder and louder, and they can really affect our health and our happiness as well. So, very, very important to work on those parts of us so that you can continue going higher and higher in a way that's safe and not just ignoring the dark sides and just focusing on the light. It can cause imbalance and then you can topple over. That's what happened to me, and that's like what I said earlier about going through a really intense psychic attack and dealing with lots of dark energies and things like that, because I just toppled over because I was out of balance. So now I know better, so it's really important. Learn from my mistake. Okay, so what was the question? What was the question of the day? Did I give a question? No, I didn't. Okay, so question of the day is how are you going to, oh, no, something about giving love. What is one nice thing you can do for someone today or tomorrow if you're watching this video at night? What is one nice thing you can do for someone? So please share in the comments below. I'm really, really excited to hear, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.